Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. This is Into the Eye Tarot and my name is Mel and I'm going to be your messenger. Lucky you guys. How we're going to do the channel is I'm going to do the reading here in a second, but before we start that, I wanted to just let you guys know a couple of things. First of all, the only way that I'm asking for money right now, I'm not doing personal readings, is by the extended that'll be at the end of the reading. And yeah, that's the only way right now that you can kind of help the channel. So other than liking and subscribing. So what else? Let's see. This is a new channel, and as such, it's a baby channel, and so I'm learning to walk and talk here. So I really appreciate you guys' patience with me. I will get better, I do promise. So the point of this channel is to help raise the vibrations here for everybody on earth and to remember that we are all one. So let's jump right in. Hello Aquarius, welcome to the reading. I've created a special spread for the channel. It's called the Into the Eye spread, and I've incorporated a few of my favorite things about receiving messages. So we have tarot, we have color going on, we also have the directions, as well as I have some dice in here, and I've already shaken them up quite a lot. It can get noisy, so I've already shuffled these a lot, but let's go ahead and pull and see what energies are coming for the month of August so that we can figure out how to align ourselves best and stay happy. Because when we're in our happiness and feeling good, that's when all those things that is waiting for us, all of our abundance that's waiting for us, can come to us because we're aligned with it. Ooh, okay, let's stop right there. All right, let's go ahead. Ooh, the Magician. Okay, so we have coming out strong with, in the West, you have the Magician. Okay. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the Temperance card. Nice. You have two major arcana over here mirroring each other, in essence. Okay, and down south, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, I like how you have a lot of yellow going on here as far as how I'm feeling right now. So let's talk about it. And let's go ahead and pull our dice because this keeps calling me back. There's a lot of red going on. So in this spread, in the position of I am and I want, so your soul, as you can see, you have temperance. And temperance is basically talks about a balancing and reconnecting with your higher self, reconnecting and listening sort of to your inner calling, to those inner angels when they're leading you. And you do that by feeling good. And I feel like for a lot of Aquarius, either you've already mastered this sort of law of attraction kind of feel, or you are naturally doing this without even understanding and going into detail of what law of attraction is. You just stay in your feelings. You stay in feeling good. Or Aquarius, you guys are learning how to do this now. So that's wonderful because I feel like in the position of family and home, let's go ahead and pull some dice. Okay, so 6 is calling me, and this is actually in the position of your overall energy. But what stood out to me is the red. So red talks about energy, it can talk about passion, and it talks about the material world. So this is a manifestation of your wants into the material world. It could also just be you having everything you need in your family or your home situation right now. In your body, you're feeling very healthy. This person is illuminated by yellow, which talks about self-expression, illumination, and consciousness. So being aware of the things that are coming into your life, being aware that you're feeling good, you're feeling contented, and in that feeling, more things are coming, are attracting to you. You're like a magnet. And when you feel good, other good things attract themselves to you. So let's go ahead and talk about the 9. The 9 energy is in the position of home and family. This has the 9 energy, the 9 energy carries the energy of service to humanity. It also carries, endings, charity, that divine wisdom. It's interesting because you have a 6 and a 9. Six and nines are similar in that they talk about charity, right? So sixes talk about beauty, home, family, service to your community, balance, and that's amplified in the 9 right now. So you might be feeling very charitable towards your family. Maybe you guys have a lot of, you definitely feel content. Like you feel like you have everything you need, and that's a good feeling. When you start appreciating the things that you have in your life, more things that you want start to attract themselves to you. It's all about attraction with you guys right now. I keep saying that word. So 9 energies, they can also talk about leading by positive example. Some negative aspects of the 9 energy can be disconnection, can be the inability to focus and just feeling lethargic. I don't think that that's a lot of you Aquariuses, but if that does happen and that 9 energy starts to switch anytime, as energy has a tendency to do, always changing, just like us, then let's pull some advice so we can get that back on that feeling, positive, leading by positive example, feeling harmonious, feeling like the humanitarian, being in a place that you feel so good that you feel like sharing that good, So let's pull some advice for Aquarius for August and their family. It says, doing my best. It says, doing my best. I take a moment to honor myself for all the work I've done on myself, emotions I've managed, and complex, familiar relationships I've maintained over the years. I haven't always been perfect, but I've always done my best. And since you can't get better than the best, I guess I win. Who's up for several tubs of ice cream? These cards will be linked in the description. I have quite a few decks. They're not going to look like this. I I cut them down to how I like them, and I put a color on them. So, but I'll link them just in case I don't get anything from them. But I just want you guys to know about them in case you're interested. So let's move on to your 9, and this is your area of your mind. This could also do with work. Having that Ace of Swords come in that mind. So it is an air, this in the tarot deck is air. So you could have a lot of thoughts, new thoughts. Like, people always say that people can't change, and that's not true. And I feel like you, Aquarius, are changing something to do with your thinking, and that's leading to all this positivity. Or right now, it's telling you that you need to change your thinking, to look around you and even find in the situations the smallest thing to be happy about and grow from that. You know what I mean? Like, for example, if it was me right now, I could say, and I was just feeling really low, I could try to look for something here that I felt good about, and I could say, this color yellow really makes me happy. To me, on my side, it looks really green, but I like how bright it is, and I start feeling good. And as I start feeling good, maybe I can look at other things that I love, and you know what I mean? And try to grow that feeling. And as that feeling grows, that takes over our energy, okay? And as we become stronger in doing that, other people and other situations will not be able to knock us out of that energy for so long, okay? So let's move on to, okay. In the area, you have the number 5. So let's talk about the 5 energy. 5 energy is all about freedom. It's all about change, transition, and that sensory experience, okay? It's about personal freedom, non-attachment, non-healthy attachments, being an individual, being adaptable. And it also talks about lessons through experience. So you could just be realizing, remembering all those things. Whenever you go into past memories, just remember that if it feels bad, just walk away from that and only go back to those memories to feel good. And then, you come back to now, because now is what's important. So only go back there to honor yourself and then come back. And I think that there's a lot of honoring that can be done about how strong. If you've ever forgotten about how strong you are, look at a past situation and how you handled that and how proud you are of yourself of that. Okay. 5 energies can also take on the negative energies of being rash and irresponsible, right? That fear of change, being non-committal, or thoughtlessness, being inconsistent. So if at any time we feel like those 5 energies are flipping over to the negative, let's pull some advice for that. You could be wanting to go and have sensory experience. When we talk about sensory experience, 5 is all about tasting the world, seeing the world, smelling the world, feeling the world, and learning through that. So there could be some ideas of going on a trip. Let's see. As far as work, let's talk about it. There could be a lot of ideas going on. There could be you receiving a promotion, because with the crown, it's a gift from the universe in idea form. Okay, so you could be having ideas that can help you in your progression in your career or work right now. Okay, and advice for that is my genius. It says, I believe in my inner genius and encourage it to speak up as much as possible. When it seems to be feeling shy, I coax it to contribute ideas by sharing even its tiniest, craziest thoughts out loud. The more validation my genius feels, the more amped it is to participate, and nobody puts my genius in the corner. All right, let's move on over here to the soul area of the east, and this is in the fire area. Okay, this is passions. You could be aware of these things. Okay, when it's in your soul, it could be, it's talking to your higher self, and so it's becoming aware and wanting things that maybe you're not even aware of why you want those things, but this is in the want position. I feel like you want balance. Yeah, you want to feel more connected and you want to understand your intuition more. And as we were talking earlier about, the more you understand what makes you feel good and follow that without guilt and about worrying about the world and other people, you become stronger in that. And other people in the world won't be able to knock you out of that, okay? And not only that, but if it feels mean to walk away, say people are bringing bad energy, doesn't mean you have to walk away from this person forever. But you certainly have to follow your happiness. And if this person is making you feel down, or this job or this situation is making you feel negative, you have to figure out where to follow your happiness. Is it to get out of this situation? What about this situation could I be appreciative of? Is there anything I could be appreciative of in this situation? See what I'm saying? And flip that thinking. Because when you do that, then those things will start appearing. Things, they'll be like, showing up like you're a magnet. It could be in creative aspects, this is to do with hobbies. So you could be having a lot of ideas to do with hobbies. You could be learning how to balance that work and hobbies. You could be learning how to incorporate, your work could be to doing with that. It's a major arcana, and it actually holds the number of it's a 14, which in numerology would reduce down to a 5. So a 5 again. Let's go ahead and write some of these numbers down, you guys. So a 5 here because it doesn't add to anything. So this would be a 5, and let's go ahead and grab. You have a 20. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So let's add that together and get your advice number. Sorry, you guys. There's going to be lots of what do you say? Because the channel's a baby channel, a lot of learning how to walk and talk going on. So thank you for your understanding. So then also the 9 that you had on the dice, plus the 1 that is in the magician card. I don't know why I want to write it numeral, but it's going to come to a 10, reduced down to another 1. So ones talk about that individuality, that independence, that leadership, right? Ones talk about new beginnings, creation. And then you had that area of your home and family. So there could be some of you that are moving right now and starting a new beginning, starting a new family. Okay? again over here, so the fives, where there's a lot of sensory, there could be a need for sensory, going out and feeling and touching this world. If you look at the Hierophant, they have 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on the land. They are 1 foot in their emotions. They're 1 foot grounded. So it's about learning how to balance, going out into the world and experience those things and still keeping that balance, and that will help any creative things that are going on. With the sevens, sevens talk about spirituality. They talk about research. They hold the same energy as introspection, inter-knowing, having faith in spirituality, being ahead of your times. So there could be a lot of you that are dealing with a situation where you're just, like this idea that you have, it feels maybe too wild. And yeah, the universe is saying that it's not. And that maybe you need to step away by yourself and go out and be with nature. This person says nature. Go out and do something that makes you feel good. Okay? Go eat some good food. You know what I mean? Go see some good things, beautiful things. Let's grab some advice. What I was saying earlier with the 2 and why this was interesting is because on this particular dice, it's a die 20. And if you play any kind of role-playing games, a die 20 normally dictates a crit success. That's a critical success. That means no matter what you do, what you just said that you're going to do, what crazy idea you were going to do, you rolled a 20 and that shit's going to happen. When you're playing, the DM's like, yeah, they got to figure it out. That's the kind of power that you have, I think, right now, Aquarius, is you have the ability to tap into a power that even if the idea is so crazy and wild, you're going to roll 20s. It's going to happen. So don't add any negative. Don't add any fear to it. Just keep rolling on that. And it's okay if you do. If you fall into fear, that's normal. You're learning, right? And just go back to what was making you feel good and what was making you feel happy about that idea. And it'll come. Okay, so let's pull some advice. Observation, it says. It says, I observe the vast and dynamic world around me and funnel everything I see into my filing cabinet of most exceptional visionary potential. This is the raw material my brain will sneakily and ingeniously use to fashion its next surprise out of the blue. What a relief it is to know that nothing ever needs to be invented. It's already walking around in the world, just waiting to be presented. Those ideas that you've stored away, that raw material. I think it's going to come out of the blue, this idea. It might come out of the blue. And you guys should roll with it. Don't squash it down. Don't say that this is impossible. Just roll with it. Just daydream about it. Okay? I want you guys to feel the magic of positive thinking. Okay, so let's move around to your to the south. And this is in the position of the water. And this is how I feel. And I could talk about love and relationships. And you guys have the 11. Now, the 11 doesn't get reduced down in numerology because it is considered a master number. And I don't equate any numbers with would you say, like people cards? High suit cards, people suit cards, I don't know. So this doesn't have a number associated with it. So your number for how I'm feeling is an 11. And I love 11s. If you look at them, they're a doorway, if you can imagine. And it's funny because let's look at the Hierophant. It's almost like a doorway, the 11s, to this promised land. And this is something that you're wanting. I think that's interesting. This is all illuminated by self-expression, consciousness, and expression. So right now, you can be feeling for the month of August just really good, just really in your knowing, okay? And this could be to do with your family. This could do with a relationship. If it does with a person, you could have somebody coming, delivering messages to you, okay? It could be them coming and delivering literal physical gifts to you. Okay, and this is making you feel really good. So if you're in a relationship, it's you guys are giving each other gifts, or you feel like you guys have been given a gift. It could be a new child, congratulations. It could be a new home. It could just be a new vacuum, or a new sense, like a new thought, a new understanding of each other. Ooh, that one wants to pop out. Let's go to some advice. It says, Ownership. I take ownership of how I feel. Oh, excuse me. I take ownership of how I make others feel, and I do my part to repair my bridges I might have burned. If bridge mending feels impossible, then I can start small. Instead of becoming a bridge architect, maybe I'll just skip the bridge and walk the long way around. Taking ownership is great for burning calories. So taking ownership. Okay. I think that's interesting because as we grow, we might look back at the past and say, okay, maybe I wasn't exactly great in that, in that. Um, I do that too because, I was married really young. I had a child really young. Well, not super, super young like some people, but I was still a teen the whole time I was pregnant and just turned 20 when I had my first child and I was married. And so that to me is really young. And when I think about it now and why that relationship, didn't work out, it was because we were both young. We were both young, we were both growing, we both did things, we were both finding ourselves and we were not able to do that together. And that's okay. We're good friends now. You know what I mean? We have a wonderful son. He's an amazing adult, you know? So, but taking ownership, because once you take ownership, that's how you grow. That's not how you are now. You know what I mean? When I was talking about earlier, anytime you look into the past, if it ever brings up feelings, then there's healing that needs to be done there, okay? Once you've done the healing and you're looking back, the only reason to ever look back there is to show it honor, is to honor yourself, is to love yourself, is to say, yeah, I loved that. Like for me, I loved that messenger Mel. I was young and I was having so much fun and I was in so much love and it didn't work out, but those feelings are still valid and those feelings are still part of my journey. You know what I mean? And I take responsibility for how I was immature and how I acted. Okay? It doesn't matter if that person does. It's not their, me feeling good is my responsibility. It's not up to them. It's always your responsibility to feel good. See what I'm saying? And if people come around purposely trying to make you not feel good, then it's your responsibility to butt those people out of your life. Okay? Until they can match your energy of we're in the feeling good train over here. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to ride with us. Oh, cool. We'll pick you up when you're ready to ride. Meanwhile, I'm going to be over here doing my thing riding the feel good train. So yeah, okay, let's pull some main advice because you guys have that 6 energy. That's, like I said, you guys hold a lot of 5 energies too, which is about going out and feeling the world, take a trip. Even if, it's small, go out on a walk, go sit in your yard. And so, here we go. Got the big boys out. Let's go pull some big boy advice. Sometimes these cards have explicits. I apologize if I cuss. That is just my personality. Yeah. So I try to keep it to a minimum. Obviously, I can't cuss in my professional, job. I work at a hospital. Can't just be up in the hospital cussing. Let's see. Oh. It says, I am an axe-wielding warrior, and I slay all things. You are the blood of savages, warriors, knights, and raging maniacs that refuse to quit. For millions of years, your ancestors were hardcore fighters and survivors, and had any of them dropped dead before successfully reproducing, you wouldn't be here today. You are a golden goose with genes so powerful you can survive natural disasters, droughts, plagues, and war. Armor up and swing your battle axe at any force that steps in the way of your creations. I am an axe-wielding warrior, and I slay all things. You are the product of generations and generations of survivors, fighters, of crazy people that were like adventurers. If you're American like me, our ancestors were those crazy adventurers. I have that. I want to go back to where my ancestors came from. I grew up in, somewhere that was not the U.S. Both my parents were in the Army 20 years. Thank you for anybody out there that's in the service. I appreciate you guys so much. And anybody that's a family member, a dependent of a service member, thank you for your service to those service members. They really do need us. I was them. So
Yeah, if you're like me. But maybe I have that adventurous spirit because my childhood was moving a lot, was having to start over and recreate. And that, now I have kids, but I know that that's something that is going to be my future. And I let my kids know, hey, what if mom was going to go retire and such and such? Well, you can come see me. And they're like, yeah, that sounds fun. I want to come. Cool. But you are the product of people that have that energy. You have that in you times like a million. You just only have to believe. So, so yeah, I'm not going to leave you guys there yet because we have a song. This is a song that the universe, it's a channeled song. It's like a gift from the universe to you. So, so yeah, I'll be right back with that and a preview of the extendeds. So, be right back. Aquarius. Okay, so I went ahead and channeled the song that I was getting from the universe to you. And the song that I got is called Crazy by Lost Frequencies and Zonderling. I had never heard of this song before, but I'm really glad that I did. It left me feeling very happy and upbeat. So this might not be your genre. That's okay. I pull from all kinds of genres, and there may be messages in there. So check out the lyrics if it's not for you. If you do decide that you want to listen to it, you guys check out the Lost Frequency actual like on YouTube. There's another one by like Armanda Music or something, and it ends the song with this really obnoxious commercial, and I don't want to ruin the vibes. Like it just like made me mad. So go to their actual Lost Frequency, and listen to it there if you decide to. Excuse me. Otherwise, check out the lyrics. So we're gonna move on to the preview of the love. So we have two extended options here on the channel. We'll have the extended song and cards. So it's two. It's like the extended song and the extended cards. But let me explain. So I'm going to explain the energies and a person that's coming at you, or in this situation, will be coming at you soon. You'll know by the energies that you're in right now, or the energies that you've recently come through, whether or not this is your situation. So let's talk about those energies. Okay, so the energies of the hermit followed by the fool is very interesting to me because the hermit, even though in the tarot, it's a 9, I associate that 7 energy, which talks about introspection, research. It's going inside and finding, it can talk about faith and spirituality. Oh, that's funny. I just looked down at spirit when I said faith and spirituality, and there's like a light, and that's from my light, but like right here, coming from the clouds on her. Um, so I do feel like you have just went through energies or past experience, either dealing with love or just dealing where you went inside. It could have had nothing to do with love, and you just, um, but you were single. I mean, you were in a single mode. You were loving yourself, finding that self love, and you worked on yourself, and now you're feeling ready to just come out. Okay, you have everything you need. You have the magician. So a person, it's either two situations for you guys. So it's either A, the person is already materialized into your physical manifestation, like they are a person coming at you, and we'll talk about their energies, or this person hasn't come yet. So if you're coming and you just have those energies where you're still sort of single and you're manifesting, but you're feeling good. Okay, you're coming from a place of not lack and not wanting. Where are they? But just like, I don't really care where they are because I'm feeling good and, self love. Then this is the energy that is coming soon for you. So if you want to be nosy about this person. So this person's energy, let's talk about it. So this person has all this blue and green. Blues talk about a sky of truth and clarity. So they're coming from a place of truth and clarity and a place of growth. They have a lot of growth, as this is not only the Knight of Pentacles, he's the Pentacle sign, talks about growth in the more manifested, the physical material world. So they could be a person who is a little bit, because they're not quite a page and they're not quite a queen yet. That's the next step. They are maybe in middle management, or maybe they just started their own business. So they have a lot of growth. They are a person that knows how to fix situations. They have tool sets here. They're coming at you and they could be presenting you with their heart. like here's my heart. Messages of love. They could be coming at you with actual physical material gifts, small or big. Things like, um, it doesn't necessarily mean that this person's an earth sign, but they might do earth type energies of affection and love. I don't know this person's love language. I mean, maybe neither do you. So it could be things like filling up your gas tank, buying you that coffee so that you don't have to in the morning and don't have to stop by and you can just head to where you need to go. Just things like that where it's convenient. Those are earthy ways of showing compassion and love for loved ones. You know, I have a lot of earth signs, so I like to you know, give lots of, well, like I'm thinking of my kids, so I like to give them money and buy them little treats that they like. Maybe it's things like that. They're buying you little treats, your favorite little candy. Maybe it's something small, maybe it's something big, but they're actually showing up with physical gifts. It could be ideas of help. Maybe you need help and around the house, or you have a project that they have a special knowledge of, at least more than you, and they're showing up offering that to you in a way of showing I care about you, I love you. There's degrees to love, so you get it, you get it. So if this is going on, or even if it's not, and like I said, you are feeling good in your own energies and you're manifesting, and you can care one way or another whether this person's coming sooner or later. You just know that everything is going to be fine. Your person is coming. It'll happen. If it's meant to be, it'll be. That's you in your own energy, loving yourself and not coming from a place of lack. Like attracts like. Does that make sense? So if you're coming and thinking all the time of lacking, you have to switch your thinking into how are you in abundance. So look around you, the small things, and grow from there. I have, I really like all these colors around me. I'm abundant in colors right now, and that feels good. I'm abundant in great advice right now, and that feels good. And just grow from there, get your energy back to feeling good. So, anyways, but I think that you know that because this person is the magician. So they have everything they need. They have all the tools that they need. They feel emotionally well. They feel physically well. They have it on lock. They feel well as far as their home structure. They feel safe and content in whatever's that's going on. So if you're interested in a person's coming forward, or a person will be coming forward soon to you in your future, and you want to know how they're feeling, we pulled a love song, and that will be the extend and advice. You'll get the love song and advice, and that will be the extended song. And if you want to go into a little bit more detail about their intentions and how they see you, then you can go to the extended cards where we'll do the song, how they feeling about you, and then we'll get a little bit more nosy, okay? So I hope to see you there. If not, no biggie. I hope to see you next month for more messages, Aquarius. I love you guys. Have a great month. All right, bye.